something that's so obvious. Somebody put this little video together of non-white females, and they're anti-white non-white females. They're being asked on a TikTok video, what is the who has the best culture, who has the best food, who has the best dancing, and they select their own people, a flag for their own people, and yet they live in Ireland. And so then they're like, the voices, where do you want to live? Well, Ireland. Isn't that fascinating? Isn't that fascinating? There are a couple of these non-white, anti-white females that catch on. And so they suddenly like freeze. They're like, oh shit, I realize what this is. It tricked me into. But let's have a look at that.
Who has the better dancing? Who has the better music? Who has the better food?
Look at this. Look how happy she is. She's like, oh yeah, it's my people. It's my people. Now, this is healthy. This is what we should be doing. This is how we should feel. The fact that you feel that there's something immoral about this for us demonstrates that, wait a second, there's something that's happened to you, something that's happened to us, something that's happened to our society that has caused this infernal, injurious, noxious, insidious, really, that's what it is, because it's working evil without even being aware of it. And yes, you would be right. It's psychological warfare, and it's called anti-whiteism.
Where would you rather be right now? Where do you have the most families? Where have you made the most memories?
Oh, made the most memories, because this is where she lives.
Where do you currently live? Where would you rather spend the rest of your life?
And then she doesn't catch on. She's like, obviously, in the West. Everything about my people, she says, superior. Everything about my people is superior. Where do you want to live? With Whitey. With Whitey. I want to live wherever white people are. Let's proceed.
Who has the better culture? Who has
Oh, yeah. Same here. Watch.
the better dancing? Who has the better music? Who has the better food? Where would you rather be right now? Where do you have the most families? Where have you made the most memories? Where do you currently live? Where would you rather spend the rest of your life?
And she didn't catch on either. But you could tell the ones that, I think there are only two that catch on.
Who has the better culture? Who has the better
Mine's better culture.
dancing?
So in other words, mine's people, everything better. Where do you want to live? With Whitey? Shit, motherfucker. I want to live with Whitey. What school do you want to go to? Whitey school? And here I'm the first. Whitey is a first name. That's who I'm talking about here. And as the avatar for the white race, Whitey. Who is that famous guy? Whitey's last name starts with a B. Whitey. My people's the best. We got the best foods. We got the best culture. We got the best dancer. We got the best everything. Where you want to live? Whitey.
Who has the better music? Who has the better food? Where would you rather be right now? Where do you have the most families?
Look, look. You see that? She's kind of catching on, this one here.
Where have you made the most memories? Where do you currently live? Where would you rather spend the rest of your life? Who
totally froze there. Figured it out. Let's see about this one. Does this one figure it out?
Who has the better culture? Who has the better dancing?
Oh,
who has the better music?
Now she's got two different flags here because she is a mixture of non-white people. And so she's just going to keep selecting. She's obviously has white genetic heritage as well, but it doesn't matter for her because you don't choose white. That would be choosing evil. Yeah, there's another sign there, folks. That's another sign for the psychological warfare that you've been infected with.
Who has the better food? Where would you rather be right now? Where do you have the most families?
Isn't it interesting? Everything better, her people. Where would you rather be? With white people.
Where have you made the most memories? Where do you currently live? Where would you rather spend the rest of your life?
She didn't catch on. Let's see about this girl. She looks like she might be a little smarter than the others, maybe.
Who has the better culture?
Oh,
Who has the
India.
better dancing? Who
India.
has the better music?
India. Do not tell me what to do. I'm doing the IBM CEO. That's my imitate. That's the best I can do of him.
Who has the better food?
What's his name again? Like Hare Krishna? His name? No, it is Krishna, isn't it? Something like that.
Where would you rather be right now?
India.
Where do you have the most families?
India.
Where have you
Of course, like, how many billions are you related to?
made the most memories? Where do you currently live?
Oh.
Where would you rather spend the rest of your life?
She was like, I figured it out. Smart girl, huh? She figured it out. She's like, oh, they just got me. They got me rolling with what's better, non-white or white. That's effectively what this little game was. What's better, non-white or white? And when you ask anti-white non-whites, it's all non-white. Everything is better at non-white, but where do you want to be? You want to be with the white people. So maybe you're not being entirely honest, right? Because you're pointing your feet in a very specific direction. And you're not pointing them back to where everything is better, right? Where everything is better. So just ponder for a moment that here you have, and so many anti-white, non-white people, not all, but so many anti-white, non-white people are this way, where they say everything about them is superior to the white race. Everything about the white race is evil, but they need to be with us. They want to be especially around our white women and our white girls. They want to be in the Western civilization that the white man built and created. That's where they want to be. But everything about them is superior and everything about the white race is inferior. Well, fuck you straight to hell. That's my opinion. Fuck you straight to hell. Everything is better about you and your people. And everything about white males is inferior, except everywhere that white males go and build civilization, it's Western civilization, and your brown and black and yellow and red ass and everything out there wants to squat right inside of it. But everything about white males is pathetic. So just don't mind me. I've gone decades of life putting up with being told by the culture, by the anti-whites who dominate the culture, that everything about me as a white male is evil and pathetic and limp and awkward and backward. And then all these people want to squat in the middle of what me and the other white guys build. So, I mean, you'll have to understand where I'm coming from. You have to understand where I'm coming. What I would have liked to have seen here, like, where is the good non-white person who could have taken this little test? Where's the good non-white person who could have taken the test and then said, better culture? It's obviously here in the West. I'm here. I'm not there. You know, if it were like a 7-year-old taking this and they can't go back to India or wherever, okay, I get it. They're like, well, my people are the best. I can't leave here. But if you're an adult, these people are adults. Get the fuck out. Everything is better with your people. Well, then get the fuck out. But I want you to really focus here because there's something actually very important. Okay. The thing that's very important is these anti-white non-whites are revealing a bio-spiritual preference that poisons Western civilization. You follow me? They come to the West for reasons they're not going to admit. The reality of it, they come and they stay in the West for reasons that they're not going to want to admit. And then because they have a preference, that's saying our dancing is better, our culture is better, our cuisine is better. All of those things are preferences. They're bio-spiritual preferences. It's normal. I agree with them. They do think and they do feel. And for them, their culture, their dance, their cuisine, everything about them is better for them, is better to them. So then what do? If they don't want to go back to India, if they don't want to go back to these other countries with flags you don't know, because they have a GDP of Mayberry and they've accomplished nothing in world history, the flags that they showed there, as far as my opinion goes, what do? Since they're not actually going to go back, they bring their people here and they endeavor to make the West feel good to them. My friends, these girls are just demonstrating for you here. These anti-white, non-white girls are demonstrating for you the whole, what we explain in the Go Free practice of numerical diffidence and numerical courage. Those girls are more than happy to sit around in their circles and say, everything about us is better. Everything about us just feels better. I mean, I've had tons of friendships over the years, white and non-white. I've heard these people say exactly that. I've never thought it was immoral. I never thought it was wrong. I thought it was natural. So they'll come into the West and they'll have their parties and they'll have their get-togethers and they'll be in their family trips and they'll say everything about us is better. Everything about us feels better. But we don't want to go back to country X. We don't want to go there. We want to stay here where there is civility, I could tell you so many stories of conversations I've had with non-white people where there is civility, where there is opportunity, where you can milk off of a system, where you can on and on and on. We want to stay here. So then what's the option? The option is to bring more of your own kind, and just seeing your own kind gives you a feeling of comfort and familiarity. That's why you have this enclaving with non-white people, and the same thing with white people in non-white countries. Enclaving, where they just come together because seeing each other feels harmonious. You want a different outcome, you need a different animal, okay? They come together and they come together in greater and greater numbers. And eventually they reach numerical courage. And then they seek to make that Western environment reflect them so that they feel better about that environment. And once it becomes them, it's not us anymore. It's not Western anymore. There is not going to be a multiracial empire ever that survives. Everyone throughout history, you look it up for yourself. So how many people could watch this video and find something that profound to pull out of it, to educate and to guide one's behavior with a true north reading to take you to success, happiness, and a Western civilization where we recapture our destiny? Everybody else is just going to watch it, and it's going to be a lark. It's going to be a snark. It's going to be something to I guess mock, to cuss, to ridicule. Look at them. They forget. Well, then why don't you just leave? And that's like the end of it, right? Can you believe them? What double standard? Why are you in our country then? And that's going to be the extent of it, right? What did I pull out for you?